welcome back to the Five City Podcast. Happy to have you here. Happy to be here. It's been a little while, but the last video we did was the Stadium Club. Stadium Series Tops box break. That was sweet. If you didn't watch that, definitely go check it out. We pulled like 7 Frank Thomas cards.
At least.
It was awesome. That was a lot of fun to make, and I'm excited to, like we mentioned in that video, we're probably going to be making at least 1 or 2 more videos along the lines of that same thing. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, wanted to hop on a pod real quick midday podcast. Just wanted to kind of fill you in on what's new. I feel like we've been like really taking a big step in our golf game recently. And I feel like that's just kind of like the best place to start because that's what I'm thinking about right now. So, we've been playing a lot of golf. We've talked about it a little bit on the podcast. Golf, we had like a Players Championship episode, things like that. But we golf probably, just to give you an idea, 3-4 times a week on average, I would say.
Yeah, at least.
The weekends usually being, we'll probably try to get like an 18 in, and then we like to do like after work if we get
More or
out.
less, it's 3 9-holes on the weekend, and then 1 or 2 9s throughout the week, if possible.
No, we like
18s are far and few.
Yeah. Well, we like to get out, like if he's out at work early, text me real quick. We'll just meet at the golf course real quick or something like that. That's always a lot of fun. Yep. Making a lot of big strides. I feel like just more comfortable. Like, I don't know, like obviously it just comes with more reps, but like walking up to the first tee box, it definitely feels different than like last year. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm like 100% guessing on where it's going to go. You know what I mean? I feel like I have an idea now. I feel like just a little more comfortable on the golf course. I don't know how you feel, but
no, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think tee shots are still the biggest thing I struggle with, but
yeah,
other than that,
I'm
pretty
like
solid.
Yeah, tee shots are definitely hard.
They're on a losing streak though.
Hey, only two.
Yeah.
That's all right. I was gonna say, to fill you guys in a little bit too. We've been having a little, like, we call them Friday 5:30s, where we obviously get out of work. Maybe a Friday, maybe a Thursday. It doesn't have to be a Friday. We'll play a quick 9. We've been just kind of keeping track of who wins. Joe had a 5-2 lead going into, what was it? Now 3 days ago.
Yeah.
I ended up taking it 5-3, and then now we're up to 5-4. We played yesterday. So
Because it's not like a weekly thing either. It's just whenever we play and both of us are there.
yeah. No, yeah.
It just started on Fridays.
Yep, they're super fun, and we actually got a little new tool that we're gonna be using on the golf course.
Oh yeah.
So one thing, when we were in North Carolina, we were in the Outer Banks. We tried to film. Oh, we did film golf, but it was hard because obviously, pace of play. If you golf, pace of play is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And if you're behind someone like us who's just average amateur golfer, you know what I mean? And we're taking time to set up a tripod and, taking 10 extra minutes, and then I duff my 7-iron. Like, we would get complaints every time we do it. You know what I mean? So we found this thing, happened to be on TikTok actually, where, you know what? I'll just grab it. This guy. So you can put it in your golf bag, fits in your golf bag. This is iRange Sports. It's a really cool, honestly, invention. There's a little magnet on the top of here. Clip phone. Like that. Not the best advertisement, but yeah, clip your phone. There's a magnet like that. It does stay pretty well. I just kind of like.
Well, it's because it's supposed to be straight up, and you just
100%. Yeah, and then there's a stake on the bottom. You just throw it right in the grass and record your golf shot. So I feel like it's gonna produce a lot of good content for us, honestly, because even if it's just like a TikTok or a reel, we could do like a quick thing like that, or we could do like, put it on sideways, and we can even do like a YouTube style video like that. I think it'd be
the easiest thing is probably going to be like play a hole with me, where you just
100%.
record the tee shot, record your second shot.
Yeah. And then
hopefully you make a putt or 2 putt.
I feel like we could literally do, like, it'd be play a hole, like, first hole you do it, second hole I do it. We can just keep going back and forth, and we have 9 little short videos at the end of it. That's awesome. I think we definitely should do that. There's a lot of different, like, formats that we could do. Like, obviously, like, good and foreplay. Like, they do it. Like, that's the cool thing about, like, I feel like golf content is there's so many different, like, you can go to the same golf course every day and shoot 20 different videos. You know what I mean?
You could probably even just do that every other thing, and then take the score from each hole that we record, and then do like our combined score, like a best ball score.
Yeah,
but I don't even know what you would call it. It would be like
we're creative. We'll
alternate hole.
Yeah, that would be sweet though. I'm down definitely to do something like that. But kind of getting back to like more of the just, I feel like you said it before we started this year. You were like, we're gonna be a problem, and I was like, you know what? I don't know. I didn't know at the beginning of the year, but it is crazy how much one full year back into golf, I feel like really what that can do for you. I just feel a lot more comfortable back on the golf course this year. I feel like, I don't know, like you do it all the time where you'll explain what you're going to do and then it just happens. You know what I mean? Like you have to have a good knowledge base. You have to really know what you're doing to do that. You know what I mean? And like, I feel like golf is such like when I say like you really have to know what you're doing, there's not a lot of people that like, if you take all the people that golf, you know what I mean? A lot of people golf very casually.
Yeah.
So like knowing things like weight on the front foot for a stinger or something even small like that, not a lot of people know that shit. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people know that at all.
The beauty in our generation in YouTube.
Yeah.
Because
literally,
I don't know. I didn't know how to hit a true stinger. I would just close the face and hope it stayed low, but it's all in that weight distribution, starting on your left foot, over to your right, back hard onto your left foot in that third quarter of your swing.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think you have been really into like the mechanics, technicality of the golf swing and things like that. Like, you said YouTube.
At the end of last year, I was hitting the ball far and straight, and it sometimes is a little hard. Like, I don't know how to really word it. I'd rather play a fade or play a tight draw than just hit the ball straight, if that makes sense, because I don't know. I just feel like I have better success on the course. That might not make sense, might not be true, but that's why this year I was working a lot more on club head path and contact on the ball. Because I don't think last year, even towards the end of the year, ball striking, I was like starting to really notice it. Mm-hmm. And now it's like after a round, there's just all these little dots in the center of my irons from the grass.
Yep, that's awesome.
On the ball.
Yeah, and like you touched on just a little bit, like the beauty of our generation of the internet is like YouTube. You can go on there and learn anything you want. You know what I mean? We did not honestly. We never had a golf coach. I was gonna say Bobby Hogan Jr. Golf. You know what I mean?
That was saying, so like, cool, but it was really just like we took golf like lessons together as a kid before you went and played in the junior league at like our local course, and it was like the local pro who actually played on tour for like 2 years would come and do a golf lesson with like 15, 20 kids, and basically you just line up on the mats and you each get your like mat and you get unlimited buckets of balls. So my parents were like, all right, well, we're just gonna have him do golf lessons and hit 3 buckets every time he goes, and we'll be getting way more than our money's worth. It's like back then it was $80 for the entire summer.
Didn't we just find out that it was $80?
Yeah,
that's crazy. So we got before every round, we got a practice session with the coach Bobby Hogan, unlimited balls to hit, and then a round every week for the whole summer.
It was awesome.
$80. You can go to one course, spend $80 easily. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
I mean, very easily.
Very easily. That's crazy.
I don't know. I enjoyed that a lot as a kid because I also remember, like, obviously sucking really bad when I started. But the progression I even saw as, like, a kid was cool because, like, I did it, like, 3 or 4 years in a row. By, like, the 4th year, I remember I chipped into, like, the ball basket twice in a row, and I was like, damn.
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
Yeah. But, like, getting back to, like, the YouTube thing, like, you literally can learn outside of golf, just anything you want. I think that's crazy. And like something that like, I don't know, definitely is so taken for granted. It's just like all the information is at your disposal. Like if you just, I don't know, it's hard to picture life without the internet, without your phone, without all that information. You know what I mean? And someone had to go pick up a book before or go find a book that has that information or go talk to someone. I don't even know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
That's kind of nutty.
It's just crazy now too. Like, I wonder if, like, in, like, 10 years from now, if, like, mental math's, like, not going to be a thing, if that makes any sense.
I seriously doubt it.
Because, like, let's be honest with you guys, what the fuck's the point? Like,
there's
obviously,
no
it's
point.
good for you to, like, develop your brain and get smarter and, like, learn things as a kid.
There's no
but
point.
I do, like, quick mental math if my phone isn't on me. But if my phone's on me, I don't care if it's 27 divided by 9. I'm doing it.
You're doing
on
the
my
calculator.
Phone.
Like, I feel like even when I was in, like, school, taking a math test, I'm putting everything in the calculator just because what if I messed up 5 minus 4? You know what I mean? If, like, I don't know. And that was the reason I got the answer wrong. I put everything into that calculator.
Yeah.
But like you said, I don't think that at all. Like, it's just useless in my opinion, especially like
And what I
don't know,
mean too is
anything
like
you
the whole
need to
like
memorize.
you can't like use a calculator on this test type thing. That's what I'm really referring to.
There shouldn't like
Show your work math, not mental math.
yeah. Put it this way: there's nothing that you're gonna need to memorize for the rest of your life.
No, there's isn't.
Because you want to know the 47th president? I can tell you right now.
We should probably say the scores that we shot, because otherwise we're just saying, yeah, we're golfing.
Correct.
But and also this is good in our book because you got to keep in mind like golfed a lot as kids, overdid it in my and for me I overdid it and then I stopped it completely, and now like last year is my first full season of golf again.
Yep.
Second full season back.
Yeah, we literally have like the same progression through golf. Like we did it young, stopped,
and picked it back up the same time.
Last year we just went out and just fucking never stopped, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we can mention our scores from this weekend since we were talking all that shit. And like you said, this is something we would consider good. Maybe you're crazy.
It's also good in the sense of last year, honestly, I would say on average, I would say it was between 50 and 55.
Oh, yeah.
And like if I shot a 57 or a 58, I wouldn't have said you were lying.
Yeah, no.
Like I was, and that's like trying to play it honest. Like
definitely
you know what I mean?
last
like,
year there was like bad rounds, but it was first year back.
And now we count obviously every drop.
Yeah.
Everything. If you hit one into the woods, you're hitting 3 off the tee, buddy. Like that's how it goes.
Well, and the thing is too, before we get to the scores, just one final thing I want to touch on. Do you ever golf and you're not counting the drops, and then you take a par or a bogey, and you're like,
how does that par?
Does it ever like not sit well with you? You know what I mean? Like, don't you count? Like, I don't know. Maybe you don't have to count everyone if you don't want to, but like, I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't sit well with you. You're like, you're not gonna feel good. Counting, and I'm like, no, it's not a 4. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's at least a 7.
You're not gonna feel good when the guy who piped it down the fairway and chips onto the green in 2 putts and takes a par, says par out loud. And you hit your first one into the woods, took a drop up there, and definitely swung the club 5 times after that, and you just belt out a 4, you're going to feel pretty bad.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Or like you should.
That's just me personally.
You should.
I don't know. That's just me personally. Like, it just doesn't, I don't know. And then
I'd rather shoot a 63 and know I shot a 63 than say I shot a 62.
And then, like you said, you beat me there, but you finished the round, and it's like, oh, I shot a 48, but did I? Like, I don't know. And again, it's all how serious you want to take it. The main thing, honestly, we're all retired from our sports. Let's go out there and have fun. You know what I mean? But the way I like to have fun is to try to shoot the best score. You know what I mean? I feel like you are the same. There's a lot of people who like to go out there, crush some beers. We like to do that. For
sure.
Too.
And now cigars are like a play all of a sudden.
Oh my God. We recently got turned on to those on the golf course.
When should be golfing with him later today, actually, if you tune into this. But he brought cigar. It was a little weird. Hadn't seen the kid in a long time. Pops out with a cigar, younger than us, and we said, shit, man, why not? And not going to lie, it was phenomenal.
It was awesome. I don't know, you said the name of
CAO Brasilia.
All right. It tasted so good. It tasted like I don't.
The only other one I'd smoked before was I saw the name of it yesterday when we were at that one cigar shop, but I can't remember what it was called.
Shoot. I forget. I was gonna say I've had like 1 or 2 like legit cigars like that before. I don't know the names of them, but no, that was like, I don't know, something I never really considered. I don't
know. It was just I never got the point until I tried it, and I was like, okay, pretty cool.
Especially on the golf course, you just lay it down on the grass.
Oh yeah, nothing better than that.
You know, that was awesome.
That
was a lot of fun. Did we say our scores yet?
I shot a 42.
42, and I shot a 43
on 9.
But those are
that's personal best. Going to be hard to beat.
That's what we're bringing. If you're talking shit, then we'll see on the course. How about that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, honestly, I was ecstatic to shoot a 43, and I couldn't imagine shooting a 42 because I felt like I did everything I could on that 43. You know what I mean?
I could be wrong, but
definitely shots that like I just felt like I was like, wow, like it was by far the best round I've ever played. You know what I mean? And I couldn't imagine shooting like par. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. That's crazy.
I'll even say I don't care. My goal is to really this year by the end of the year. There's an easy ass par 3 course by our house, and my record there is 4 over. But going into the 9th, I was 3 over before, and like still nothing great, nothing special. But the thought is I just want to have a scratch round of golf there by the end of the year. I think I can do it. I go there so much.
You go there and have your day. You go there. I feel like most of the time you have your way with that course anyway.
I'd rather play there today. I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to shoot like a 30, 33, 32. And if not that, then I go low and I get close to my record. But, like, on average, it's 32, 33.
Yeah.
And it's part 27.
Yeah, and you go there, honestly, a lot. And you're going to go there one day, and I feel like you could even shoot.
That's the closest I got to a hole-in-one was I hit it was like hole 5, 90-yard, par 3, 90 yards. Yeah, I know. But I hit the stick, smacked it.
Yeah.
But it didn't go in.
That was...
And then yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I had like maybe like a 50-yard, 60-degree chip, and I don't even know how close that was. It was about a club head and a half out, if that makes sense. Like on my bladed putter. So
that was on the first hole, wasn't it? You had a crazy chip on the first hole. You didn't putt. Because I didn't putt either on the first hole.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, it was on the first hole.
Was it on the first hole?
It was.
I didn't know, but I knew that
the first hole yesterday. Yeah, dude, I came out so hot, and I parred the first hole, and I was happy. And then I hit a triple bogey on the next, maybe even a quadruple. I don't even know. I think there was one snowman on that scorecard, and that was like, I was like, damn, dude, I haven't hit a snowman in a minute.
Hey, it happens. The abominable snowman gets us.
Oh yeah,
and we recover.
But I'm excited to play today.
Oh, so one thing I wanted to say too about yesterday. So the place that we played yesterday is 3 nines, and we go there frequently. I don't know.
Yeah,
very frequently.
Trying to go there today,
and we had never played the 9 that we played yesterday.
Yeah, it's got 3 9-hole courses, like he said, and the one is the longest. The longest course is usually the one that we get sent to, because that's like obviously the biggest course. You can fit the most people on that course. So that's usually where we go when it's busy. And then we were there, and it was pretty dead yesterday. And I think leagues kind of are more for the 2 smaller courses. And we had got there late enough that all the leagues were already out, so they let us go out on the mid-tier course.
I think that's the move.
Yeah.
Once the
leagues are all out.
What time did we get there yesterday?
Like 5:50, 5:45.
That might be the move. Try it out at your local golf course, but if you can beat, or if you can just, lag behind the leagues a little, because the one time we did go there and the league was the last group of the league was directly in front of us, and it took a little bit.
Oh yeah, we played 3.5 hours with 2 people there before.
Yeah, that was.
It's nuts.
Yeah, but the thing about this place, Deerwood, it's called. They'll always get us on. I feel like
nicest starters, nicest people who work the register. Hands down. Sometimes they're dickheads. Like, I've had people like hang up on me and be like, "Yeah, you're not getting out today." Hangs up the phone. I'm like, "All right, well, I'm not calling back tomorrow."
Or it's just like, I don't know. Like, you ever go to a golf course and you're a young kid and they just don't want to hear you talk. I don't know. Like you're talking to like the guy who's cashing you out or the starter, and they just don't give.
They just don't give a rat's ass.
They're not like that at Deerwood, and they'll always get you on, which is nice. Even if it's gonna take 3 hours to play 9, they'll let you play. So which is great. And
we play with people of all different skill levels, like people that are far better than us, and then people that are far worse than us. But it happens.
That's how it is, though. What was I? Oh, it was a pretty cool golf match this week.
Yeah,
that we watched.
It was.
It was on. I don't remember what day, but it was June 1st, whatever day that was.
I believe it was No, it was Wednesday.
Yeah, I was gonna say 'cause it's only the 4th. So that was cool. So explain something to me. I don't know if you watched it last year, but did they do Rodgers and Brady with Bryson and
Brooks Koepka?
Yeah. Was that last year?
I
think I remember them saying something about it on the TV, but I don't know.
I think so.
You think so?
I wasn't following enough.
I wasn't
golf
either.
last year to know.
No,
I knew who the 2 names were because that was like a big thing in golf, but I definitely wasn't. I don't know. Bryson's just a loser. Brooks is pretty cool.
I wouldn't have even known there was one last year if they didn't. I just heard them mention it.
Cool. It's cool, like a series thing though, like the match, and then like they get like a couple pro athletes on one side, and then a couple good golfers go out. But then this was obviously all for I would say the top quarterbacks in the NFL right now. So
the old generation versus the
cool
new.
to see our guy there. So
I was gonna say that
he could have played better, but you know what? He's not a golfer.
We like our quarterbacks to be good at football.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. No, it was really cool. It's cool to have, like you said, our guy there. You know what I mean? Like for the longest time in Buffalo, any sort of like promotion like that, the Bills were not in it. The Bills were not. A part
Our
of it.
quarterback changed every other year.
You know what I mean? It's just it was honestly really amazing to see. First of all, just because it was Josh Allen golfing on national television with Brady and Rodgers and Mahomes and everything. And it was also awesome to watch because, like you said, they're not professional golfers. Most of them are shanking their drives. Rodgers was pretty damn good, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
But,
I think he spends the most time on his golf game, like technically, if that makes sense. Like, I don't doubt Brady plays a good amount of golf, probably has a coach and whatnot. But like, there's like a difference between like, golfing like that and then like golfing with like a purpose. Like he's a pro football player, but he knows his time's up pretty soon. And what's he going to be doing after that? Still find that competitive edge. Probably going to be golfing with other retired pro athletes. 100%. So
he was just like his drives, honestly, are really well. He made the putt to win.
Yeah,
at the end, he made the putt to win, but his drives were like hammered down straight every time. Like, yes, Josh Allen can hit a 315-yard drive. So can Mahomes. So can Brady. But they got a real slicey. Like they were looking like me driving it. You know what I mean? And it was just cool to watch professional athletes on TV golfing that aren't that like whatever. They're human. You know,
it's fun to watch somebody take a shot. And I don't know. I heard the announcer say something about it where people were like, I don't even remember.
Sorry,
no, it was like
lose your train of thought.
The announcer was saying something along the lines of like people at home watching are probably like, I play this course all the time and I know that shot from there. You can't do that. You got to do this because it's a lot easier to talk shit to a TV with an amateur golfer than a pro golfer because the pro golfer's far better than you. But you know that you could, I don't know, somebody out there could definitely compete with those guys that's not a pro golfer.
100%. And the thing is, that I actually heard one of the announcers say, unfortunately, he was directing it more to Josh Allen than anybody else. But it takes a lot of balls to go up there on national television.
Charles Barkley said that.
And to do something you're really not that good at. You know what I mean? Not that you're not that good, but like you're not playing on TV good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of respect to all of them for doing it, honestly, because. Like
I felt bad for Josh when Aaron Rodgers was like, no need to say anything to Josh. In his head all day.
Yeah. Well.
Or when Brady hit it a little fat and he goes, that one was chunky. Or as I like to call it, Josh Allen. I said.
Well, Brady's a loser, so. And I don't know how you guys feel about wearing your own merch. Maybe Brady a little more because he's like been doing it a while, but like Mahomes had his own. I didn't even know Mahomes had his own brand of clothing.
I feel like every athlete has like their initials and their number built into a logo that sells some shitty clothes, but
I feel like Josh doesn't though.
No, but he has like
they had the
how many JA-17 things have you said? That's
no, yeah.
Like
I was just saying, I thought it was a little corny that Mahomes
TB12 and all that shit.
I don't know. You're golfing, wear a tailor-made hat or something, dude. I get it's promotion. You're on TV, and I'm also just hating because it's Brady and Mahomes.
Yeah,
that's I'm just calling myself out on that as well. But I guess just to kind of wrap that part up, I really enjoyed watching it. Honestly, we watched the whole thing. It was like went till like 10:30.
They go late. It was just cool.
They played in Vegas though, right? They played.
Yeah, it was at the Wynn.
And they said it's the only golf course on the Strip.
Yeah.
Which I was not surprised about, but then again a little bit surprised about because don't you think like one other nice ass hotel there would
it just takes so much room.
No, I know.
It takes so much room.
I've
you
never
have to
been
be in
there
like
too.
the perfect spot. I've never been there, but I just think about what it looks like. If it's like boom, 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 big casino, big casino, big casino, resort.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna put the golf course? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They probably got real lucky with a good spot, and I bet you that course is. I actually don't know how long that's been there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe like the 80s.
Yeah, like I said, I was surprised that it was, but I wasn't because there's like no room. But I kind of figured that like I don't know, like the Bellagio would like buy out the lot next to them or something. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now I thought it was like 80 something, but it was 1990 they built that course. So even
so
still, like 32 years ago, that the Strip probably looked very different.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That's cool though.
Yeah,
must be cool to golf on the Vegas Strip.
I don't know how I feel about like it looks awesome, like the Arizona, like Nevada, like all those states, like golfing there. But like I hear that people have like clubs that are specifically for hitting off the rocks and stuff because you can like what happens when I have my like nice ass wedge and I take a shot from like 60 yards out and I'm just a little right in the rocks or something, and
Yeah.
I look down and it's all scuffed up and fucked up, and then I'm screwed.
I know.
I don't know. I just don't
that
feel
would
like
be
carrying
really
a rock
annoying.
club and then having to hit that club off the rocks from no matter which rocks I'm on or where I'm at.
Yeah, because I feel like it's not a lot of those courses. If you're on those rocks, it's not even like you can just move it. It's like the whole thing's like this gravel rock area.
Yeah,
you know what
and
I mean?
you
Where
can
it's like,
you can move stuff out of the way of your swing path or like in front of your ball and whatnot, but it can't affect the ball. So like imagine if the slope's like this and your ball's sitting right here and you're like, oh, that rock is directly in front of the ball and I'm probably gonna hit the rock before I hit the ball. It's almost like nerve wracking to know, oh, if you're playing with people who are really serious or something,
yeah.
and you take that out and then it's rolling down the hill and you're like, okay, well, so you got to take the shot with the rock.
Yeah. I mean, that's something man, if I find myself out there though, I feel like I'm definitely gonna want to get around to golfing.
But, oh,
Like that would
yeah,
be
hell
so
yeah, I
cool.
would not.
That would be so
I wouldn't
cool.
say, there's rocks here.
No rocks. Can't play with the
I
rocks.
I'd ruin all my
Um,
clubs just to try it. It looks
Yeah.
sweet.
I don't know. That would be awesome. I
Hit the
think
fairway.
yeah. Play on the green stuff. That course did look awesome though. I didn't see it didn't look like the typical like sand deserty like course, you know what I mean? Or maybe it did and I just didn't catch it, but it seemed like a lot of like lush rough area to land into.
Yeah.
Um
Some of the holes look great though. The par threes look so cool.
yeah. Yeah, I know.
Which,
I feel
those
like
are usually the coolest holes unless you get like a cool, like we played in a tournament.
Yep.
Did we talk about the tournament here?
we didn't even fucking mention it.
Right.
Well, we can
Speaking of another golf match.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say
So we're just gonna switch it right up because
switch gears now because this is
I just realized
I can't believe we didn't even talk about it because we probably
it was what started the turnaround in your golf this year. I would say
Oh yeah.
that was what the head start was the
Definitely.
tournament. The front nine of that tournament was a 4-man scramble. Me, Jared, our buddy Drew, and my dad.
Yep.
And it was down by my lake house or my parents' lake house. So
Mhm.
we were gonna go play in the tournament and then go hang out on the lake, go fishing and whatnot. And we get down there. Everyone's feeling pretty good. I think I don't know. I don't remember what. We started off our first tournament ever
Mhm.
with a far par 3, and the club is a 6-iron. So like
Oh my
first swing of the
God.
day, far par 3, first
I was
tournament.
so mad.
6-iron.
I wasn't
Like,
mad because we're
I'm
playing
just.
golf.
I
but
love
was
my
like,
7. I love my 8. My 6 is like. My 5 even I like a lot more this year. I should have hit
Yeah.
5 and just hit it soft, but
I would just way rather
know.
hit any other club besides my irons, especially my 6-iron. Like I don't know, dude. Give me I'd
for first shot, obviously.
exactly. Like that was rough. We didn't have some bad tee shots though. Like first shot with the 6-iron.
No, I wondered.
I think we put it up there pretty close. We had just a chip on. We didn't put it on. And then I think, yeah, your dad saved par for us on the first hole, on that hole.
You know what? I thought it was that hole, but it wasn't. It was the next one. It was a par 4 for sure.
Oh really?
Because I remember like the green that he was putting on. It wasn't that like first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause if I'm not mistaken, the first hole would have been the one where I was like, "Don't chip it, don't chip it."
That was
putt
the
it."
first hole. Yeah.
And he did not. The putt he would have had to have make to save par, if you remember, was pretty far. There's no way that we were far from that because I think that was the hole where I looked at you and said, "I'm about to chip this in," because
It was the second time around
That I said
you
that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that still, I'm just saying, like from where we were, I don't
Yeah.
think that he was making an uphill putt that far.
No.
I think
thought
it was the second.
I
one.
honestly thought he made the second putt on that hole because like we were all.
Oh, he might have. I don't know.
I don't know though. Honestly,
I
it
don't
was
know.
like 2 weeks ago
He,
at
he
this point.
basically why this is like a big
ago.
thing too is because he just started golfing again and hasn't golfed in 12 years.
Yeah.
And like he was actually like fairly useful for us. Like
Yeah.
I mean, we took a couple of his shots. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. We were playing with a cool group of guys too. Gordo and the boys.
Gordo,
Gabe, and the boys. And
Yeah,
they were
so
cool.
we should explain. They had us tee off foursome tournament. Obviously, we teed off with another foursome, so we played 8 balls on one hole. It seemed like I don't know. We had never played a golf tournament before. When they said that, I was like 8 balls.
But you
on
don't
one
realize
hole.
like there's only really 2 balls on the hole.
Yeah,
I mean, picking everything up that's not the right one.
Yeah, exactly. And
But
like, especially if you get it, like we had cool guys that are doing with us,
For
you know,
sure.
shooting the shit, doing like that. Nobody too serious. I feel like we definitely, maybe not that tournament, but like we could definitely run into a group where it's like super serious. Like,
yeah,
Like, you know,
probably.
you know
I
what
would
I
hope
mean?
not that tournament
would-
because I want to do that tournament every year. That
Oh,
tournament
yeah.
was a lot of fun.
we should also talk about the course.
The course
That-
was
That was awesome.
it was the most hilly golf I have played. Or no, Peak and Peak was it was some real hilly golf. It was easily like if you had never played a hills course before, It was a new
would've been in shock.
thing.
You would
Yeah,
have been in shock.
because there's
one-
most of the holes you can't see the pin because you're hitting uphill and then it levels out at the top.
Yeah. The one hole is legitimately uphill the whole time, though. And then it just kind of maybe levels out at the top, maybe at the green. I don't know. But literally, like, I saw drives hit that, like, hit kind of like 3/4 of the way up the hill and just kept rolling down back. Because if it caught the right angle on the hill, it would just roll and roll and roll and come back. That was a crazy hole. Because, like, to get it over the ridge, too, was, like, way over 300. Like, you had to...
Oh, you would have had to
to
have hit it like 350.
gonna
But
say,
if you
there's,
did
like-
carry the ridge, you were probably going to get on the green because it wasn't far to get on the green. It was arguably, like, if it didn't level out, it was pretty downhill if that.
Right.
Like enough where, like, it's doable.
Yeah.
If you were a big swinger. But
That
I don't
that
know.
hole was awesome. The other hole that really sticks out is the par 3.
That was the coolest thing ever.
I took a video on my phone.
It looked like somebody just went
and
and pulled the green up.
You know what it kind of reminded me of, like the pottery thing. Like when
Oh,
someone's
yeah,
doing
yeah,
the
yeah.
pottery thing, and it just kind of
They
like
just molded the green up, and it was like
Yeah.
on
like a plateau.
Yeah, it was on this.
It was a really cool hole. I didn't put any good shots out on that hole.
I didn't either.
But
Oh my god, the
I
guy in
know.
our group,
Yeah, I was gonna say
he was legitimately 1 inch
1 inch
away from getting.
I have the video. I have the.
He
video
won
of
the
his
closest
ball.
to the pin.
I felt weird taking a video of someone else's shot.
You have
but it was
to.
like I had to. I had like you guys will see it. It was the craziest.
And he was the oldest guy in their group too. He was easily 75, 75, 73. He was like doing your classic grandpa swing, clubbing up from everybody.
Yep,
Like if we're hitting 8 iron or something like that, he's probably hitting 6 iron, 5 iron.
Get it there.
But like I don't know, swing smooth and you'll get. I mean,
He-
he tap in birdie.
Literally.
Could have blown on it, birdie. Should have left the ball there for the whole day and
I
maybe it
know.
would have found its way in.
Yeah. It literally could have. Like that's how close it was. Like they took the measurement. Like
It was
they were like
1 inch.
they were like should we even measure it? Like it's like less than an inch. And I'm sure he won.
Which
There's
I
no
believe
way
it
he
was
didn't,
like
unless someone got a hole in one. There's no way he didn't win.
No, he won.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah, for sure. I think
he's
he would have won a little bit less than $700 or something from that.
That's
And I wish we didn't stay around long enough to figure out what the long drive for this one was, but I didn't hit my longest drive on the right hole because the one I hit it on, it was like really hilly, and if I would have just barely carried the hill, it would have rolled far. But I hit it like pretty much carried 296, I think it was.
Yeah.
Which like isn't nothing crazy,
That was
but
awesome.
it was a
I
good
liked,
hit.
I liked that hole a lot too, and that
was
was
cool.
that was an awesome drive. But I did want to talk about that 296 drive because I forgot about that. That was another little hilly hole, I guess you could say. And you put it right at the top of that hill.
Yeah.
296.
That was one. I didn't even know how far that one went until I was like, I might have even said, I was like, I think one of you guys hit it further. And then we got up there and I was like, what's that? And there was a ball on the top of the hill and I was like, oh, okay, that carried.
Yes, sir.
But I wish I could like show you what that hole looked like because it was literally a pit after that hole. You were hitting down onto the green.
Oh yeah.
So if I would have carried that hill,
Mhm.
like I'm not kidding, if I hit it 296, if I would have hit it 303,
Yeah.
that's like rolling close to the green.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because and it's like a 350 hole, but it's straight downhill, good grass,
and the ground was hard,
and it was very hard ground. Very true.
so
It would have carried
it would have carried there.
because we were getting roll out for the rest of the day,
Oh yeah.
so it wasn't like it was.
Especially
that was
if
the
you hit
first
those
one.
hills right, because like you said, it was a pit after that, and if you just hit
Really weird
maybe
bounces there.
3-4 yards past it, it would have just played it perfectly and rolled. That was like the second to last hole we played too. So that was after 16, 15 holes of fucking golf that you piped that drive. That was sweet. That was sweet.
Yeah.
Because I remember that one
was a good hit.
went up to that hill to that last one that we
Yeah,
played.
and then it was the one that like you had to cut that. That was hole
that
15.
that was like the 250.
Oh no, that was hole
something.
16 that the drive was on because the next one would be hole 17 where you had to hit it. It was 275, but you had to take it right along the trees on the left.
Yeah.
And then the
yeah.
next one was the hole that you finished out with.
Right. Yeah, because, dude, I remember seeing that on the scorecard. I was like, 270 something, par 4?
275.
275 par 4. I was like, no way. I was like, we're all putting it on. And then
You just had to take. You had to hit a high draw if you were a righty.
You had to, because
If you were a
it
lefty,
was-
you could hit a high fade.
it was tee box, and then tree line went out here, hole. Like you had to hit it. Like the hole was in line with the tree line, basically. And
And the way the tee box was, it was
a
on
weird,
the tree line.
Yep, it was a weird pin play. Like it was. Oh my god, the pin placements too. all day.
Yeah, somebody pissed
All
off that
day.
greenskeeper. It was a lot of fun though. I was enjoying
It
it
was
because
awesome. Like, it
there was a
was-
point where I remember the one where I dropped the ball down and I just tapped it and I was
Yeah.
like, watch this, and I tap it and it rolled all the way off the green. I was
Yep.
like, you have to hit the hole from here. It's
Yeah,
fucked. Like it's
yeah.
shit you see on TV.
Like, literally, there was one hole. It was the hole that you hit the 296 drive. The pin was here on the green, say here, and then it just like sloped off right after, literally like this, like on the green. It was like, obviously there's other shit like that, but I've never had to deal with something like that where you literally could not put it 2 inches past the cup because it's rolling off the green,
Yeah,
off the green.
it's just
It's nuts. But I was happy to like at least get the first tournament in.
yeah. I was happy to get into a tournament.
Um,
I'd never played in a golf tournament.
Yep, I had never either, and
It was good to play in a scramble tournament too, not like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure there's not really alternate shot or best ball tourneys, but
Yeah. I don't even know, to be honest. Like I said, never really played in one before this past weekend. But I had a lot of fun, and I feel like it's something you got to get the first one out of the way. You know what I mean? Because things run a little differently.
Oh,
The
yeah.
shotgun start was a little, we didn't know the course. We didn't know which hole we were going to.
yeah, we had to find hole 6, and thankfully somebody pointed us in the right direction.
Yeah, we like ended
but
up at hole.
we were at hole
9,
8, and I was like trying to view the map, and then my dad keeps taking the map out of my hands to look at it himself, and I'm like, well, I'm driving, and you're not
Oh
giving me
my
any directions
God.
here, and you've never been here. I've been here once. I was like, let
Yeah.
me at least try.
One other thing I did want to mention about this course is 9 holes and
Yeah, 9 greens.
9 greens, and we played the whites on the front 9, right? And then we played the blues or the tips on the back 9, but the tips, some of them made it like a totally different
Well,
hole.
it's because I don't think like the tips were truly the tips, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's you tee off from the blues and play the back
Yeah.
score on your scorecard, or you tee off from the whites and play
Yeah.
the front
Right.
scorecard. And it's because like there's no way that the tips is 80 yards further back like some of them. Like that's
Oh,
like
no
it's
way.
two
Yeah,
completely
yeah,
different
yeah,
like
yeah.
things. Like you wouldn't
Yeah.
play the blues on the front. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just wouldn't.
No.
It wouldn't the scorecard wouldn't line up.
But like the one, like it was the tips were on the top of a hill. The blues were on the top of the hill. The whites are on the bottom of this hill and made it a par 3. We actually started on that hole.
I just realized that was that too.
Yeah.
You play the hole as a par 3 at one point, and you play the hole as a par 4 on the back.
Yep.
Nuts.
It's nuts.
But it's
And
really
the
cool. I
par
like hitting
4,
down at
I know.
at the.
You're
green.
like, I don't know how high you think you are on that. Oh no, you don't 1,300 feet above sea level? Didn't
Oh
you
yeah, I
take
took
Snapchat?
a picture and it said, "Wow, we're 1,300 feet above sea
Yeah,
level
I
right
was
now."
I was like, no way, I remember that.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're hitting from 1,300 feet above sea level, actually, and it's so cool to hit down. I haven't had many holes where you get to hit down like that, but it's cool to look at. And there was one kid in the other group that was really good.
Yeah,
another
he was
kid,
good.
and he hit. I don't know if he hit his driver or what, but he put it right in front of the green, right in front of.
Yeah,
the
that kid just had figured out the tee, like how to hit off the tee.
Yeah.
Is like don't get me wrong though, there was plenty of times where like he would either hit it straight up or like
Oh yeah.
hard slice, lose the ball, but like his good shots were just impressive.
Yeah,
I was like, wow,
for
this
sure.
kid plays golf.
Yeah. And he had a great drive on that. I remember watching that and I was like, that's exactly what I wanted to do. And I didn't do anything like that though. I don't know. I don't even remember what I did, but I put it real short. Like I didn't catch all of it. That was a cool hole though. I feel like a lot of the holes like that where I'm looking at something cool, I never hit a good shot.
Yeah,
Like the little weird par 3 that the guy
it's
hit a hole
tough
one.
because you
It's
get
like-
excited, you get distracted.
I know,
don't
you're getting excited. You're like, oh, like such a cool hole. I want to put it right there. I want to watch it fly like
But also
this.
that par 3 that's on the elevated green, you have one option: hit the green or don't hit the green. It's
Right.
not like you can like be like, oh, I don't know what club to hit. I'm gonna hit the one that's gonna put me in front, and I'll just chip in a putt versus going long. It's not an option. You got to hit the right club, and you got to put it on the green near the pin. Because also, I think that one they tried to play pretty level, but I think you roll off the back if you went too far.
Yeah. I think there was definitely. It
So,
wasn't like a
There was
level green.
Yeah, no.
That definitely was not. But a hole like that, it definitely was more of just the difficulty of the hole. I'm not looking at it. Yeah, it's cool, but you hit the green or you don't, and you have a really hard chip. You know what I mean?
I think I hit a good chip on that hole actually.
You did.
Because we didn't hit the green,
And
but
like-
we saved par because of that chip. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
And I know you like the uphill chips,
It's my
and I
favorite.
do too. That one was just a little too uphill for me. Like it was like
Dude,
more
that was like the
this.
Outer Banks one I hit too. That's why I
Yeah,
liked it because
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I know that if you open the face like that
Yeah.
and you can like hit decent enough contact where the ball just doesn't go behind you on accident,
Yeah.
it's going straight up and stopping when it
Yeah.
hits the ground.
Yeah.
And that's, oh my God, those are so cool.
So cool.
So
So
cool.
cool to watch too, honestly, because
I'm getting excited for some golf. We'll definitely have at least a couple reels for you by the end of today.
oh my god, absolutely.
I'm gonna
I think
try to get a couple good swings.
absolutely, and I think, like I
wanna-
said, I would
don't
just
know
want
if we can get tracers on the phone.
I'm gonna listen. I already I thought about this. If there is an app, I'll spend however much money.
Let's get
There
that.
was someone I've seen it on like TikTok. There's a guy. I don't know what kind of whatever he uses, but he does have tracers, and it's just it's clearly on his phone like this. So we're. I
'Cause
feel like,
tracers
I just feel
play a
like a
whole-
tracer is a needed thing. Like if you're gonna produce like
Yeah, you gotta really like golf to watch it
quality
without the tracer, because
You know
I
what I
do, and
mean?
it's tough
It's
sometimes.
tough. Unless it's like a cool stinger shot where you can literally like the purpose of the video is to see the ball flight like that.
Yeah,
Like you need the tracer. I feel like one of the reasons that Good is one of the top content creators for golf is because they have awesome tracers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like you watch a lot of golf, like YouTube videos, and you see some guys that like either have a shitty tracer or no tracer, and like it's just not as good of a video, in my opinion. I don't know.
dude.
I think tracers are a must,
You know what we should do?
and I think what
We should go to Deerwood today with the stick and either do the alternate hole video, or we could just straight scramble, hopefully the buck, and get a baseline buck score for the two of us on a scramble, and then we could literally just film whatever shots we can on that
down
and
with
get
that.
reels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm down.
Because
With that.
one's more of like a shorter video,
Right.
and the other, and I don't know. I'll try
So-
both. Maybe we could do 3 holes, 3 holes, 3 holes.
I was gonna say, dude,
Play the
like
first 3 to warm up.
this just makes
Yeah.
it so easy.
'Cause I'm dying
because
to use this thing.
I'm just
Oh my
like
God.
it's so light, isn't it?
I thought it was like a solid rod.
It's a little light rod.
No, this thing's actually 332 pounds, but
Cost me $332 too.
yeah, I'm just really strong. This thing's sweet.
I'm excited. I think it's gonna make, first of all, like just making TikToks or reels like so much easier. First of all, we're gonna go golf today and make 9 videos. You know what I mean? Because it's just gonna be this
Yeah.
all day. It's gonna be awesome. And yeah, I can't wait for anyone who watches our videos to see the end product because it's gonna be sweet. And it's just gonna make our lives a lot easier.
I feel like the real content is obviously coming this summer, and
Yes.
like it almost feels like we like it was tough because like right now it's beginning of June. Now it's summer.
Mhm.
Like May was like nice, but it wasn't consistently nice enough to ever like really get into a rhythm of like getting the filming going.
Yep.
But now with like as corny as it sounds, now with that stick, that's gonna be, we haven't really mentioned it, but fishing, bank fishing.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna make a base for it for my dock so we can fish off the dock and get footage, or if we're on a different dock.
100%. I think
I
it's
don't
gonna
know.
be awesome.
Because
And
the tripod just like what you guys are on right now, it takes way too long to
set
lug
up.
around, hold, or have. You need to have the thing is you need somebody on the camera,
Right.
and we don't have that.
And eventually. Fuck, I had one thing I wanted to say.
Was it about fishing with the stick
It
and
might have been.
how
it might have
it's summer now and we're gonna be
Yes. It
getting a
is-
lot more
okay,
content.
So yes, like you were saying, the
Content's
content,
coming.
the summer content that is coming, I feel like is going to be like really cool, like videos of us doing shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? The podcast is going to be like obviously all year round type of thing.
the
like-
content's where it's like really exciting too.
Right. Exactly. So the podcast is going to be like probably like the
Almost
base.
yeah.
Like,
well,
you know what I
exactly.
mean?
Not that the podcast isn't exciting. What I meant to say is
Yeah.
more like
It's like we go do cool shit. We'll bring it back here after. and talk about
exactly
it,
like
you
the
know what I mean?
content is like. I don't know, like the pod's like fun to do, but like on the way to film content, I'm pretty hyped.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like I
100%.
don't know, like on the way to Deerwood today, all I'm gonna be thinking about is hitting at least a couple good shots today for that, because
Yep.
that also makes it so we don't have to play a full solid 9-hole round. We can play one hole that we know we can play well
100%.
and play the hole with us and show you how we work that hole. Because this year too, we like we said previously in the video, there's like certain things like in techniques in golf that we're trying to implement this year, like working the course, if that makes sense. Like not just saying, all right, this is far enough where I can hit my driver. It's like, well, no. You might, if you hit your 4 hybrid up there, you might be in a much better attack angle to go towards the pin and hit a club that you're a lot more comfortable with versus hitting your driver into that. Let's say you're not comfortable with your 9 iron.
Mhm.
It's like, why wouldn't you just take the 4 hybrid or the 3 wood out and go to that 7 iron that you love?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Like,
Hey,
and angles too. It's all
Right.
huge. And where you want to hit on the green and like everything
100%. You just said that. I got to throw it in here since this is like the golf episode.
for sure.
One thing that I would recommend to anybody who can download apps.
Oh, 18 birdies.
18
I'm
birdies.
your weird case there.
No,
we won't
it's
even
just
get into that.
You got a little situation with Apple. That's
I'll
all
say it
is.
really, really quick. Ready? I broke my phone. I sent it back to Apple. Apple gave me another one. I didn't trust it on the other phone, so now I cannot get apps.
Is that it's an unfortunate situation that will get figured out.
That is
eventually.
not even relevant.
18 Birdies. It's an app for Android and iPhone. It is literally the equivalent to a rangefinder. It uses satellite, so you'll be on your phone. It'll show you the whole hole, I guess you could say, and it's used by satellite, so it'll show you exactly where you are on the hole, how far you are away from the tee box, how far you are away from the green, the front of the green, the center of the green, the middle of the green, the back of the green, wherever. You can record your score on here, and like you said, it'll just give you a better idea of like the angles on the course. It'll show you where the water is. I'm gonna try to throw up some like screen recordings of it, like on my phone, because it's a really cool app, and if you don't have it, I definitely would get it, because it definitely may or may not improve your golf game.
I would think that.
I would think it would.
It
Could only help.
This year when we bought, because we bought a rangefinder before we found out about 18 birdies, and we didn't spend a lot of money, thankfully, but it works pretty well. I think it's pretty accurate too.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's never been inaccurate with the range.
The only time I've had a problem with it was a user error. So no, yeah, you're right. I'm just rambling because I was like really struggling to like hit the flag because I was only able to see the flag
with this.
Yes,
yes.
Because I was only able to see the tip of the flag, and I kept on picking up the tree, and I knew in my head it was 110 yards, and it was telling me like 263, and I was like, all right, I gotta forget this and just play it to my eye.
Yeah.
But it's really good to know what club to hit.
Yeah, because there are
and don't do any hit it anyways.
What's that?
Don't do any hit it anyways.
Yeah.
Or I'm a hit it anyways. Just if it's not the right club, wait and get the right one and take the right shot. It's gonna help you.
And there's a lot. I was gonna say there are definitely a few holes like every round where I just eye it, where I'm like, because like maybe the range isn't giving us. We can't tag the hole.
We play enough golf too, and the same course over and over. That it's what club you hit from there usually.
Definitely. But yeah, golf episode, first full golf episode.
And this was also kind of like just like what was going on in golf with us, and then a little bit with what was going on in golf regularly. We didn't really touch on the Memorial Day or the Memorial Tournament for the PGA.
Yeah, I didn't.
I honestly think that if you were gonna, we'll give you some of that probably in the next pod. Episode. I would assume we're gonna record another pod later tonight. Maybe I could give you guys what's going on with that, and then we could do a little pre-UFC fight predictions, maybe what we're looking forward to. Because last week we didn't have any UFC. That sucked.
It sucked.
I looked at him on Saturday. I was like, oh my god, it's Saturday. Oh,
it's Saturday, but it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Saturday, but it's not. There's no F1 until June 10th.
That's rough too.
That's rough.
But the UFC hits harder because I'm just so used to it.
I know.
Like UFC doesn't have that.
It does.
Break.
It does hit harder because yes, there's 22 races in F1 calendar. It's all year, so they spread it out. You know what I mean? There's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, summer break.
Everybody's always trying to fight.
Yep, everyone wants to fight, and everyone wants to watch dudes fight.
Speaking, one last quick thing about fighting. Did you see what Mike Tyson was telling Conor to do? He was saying Conor has to get his feet wet again, and that he should take his next 3 fights should be no doubters. Like, he should beat the piss out of the next 3 people he fights, and then he should come back with the swagger and the charisma he had before and know that he's still got it. Yeah. And then go take that, challenging fight or somebody that, is I don't know who's going to win.
Right.
But at this point, Dustin's going to beat his ass.
See, the complex
and Conor's huge right now, too. Right.
The complex is, can Conor go fight 3 people who are no doubters? Or was the
Is there 3 no doubters for Conor, are you saying? Or is it
that?
Or will the UFC allow
Dana
Conor?
White gonna say, why the fuck do you want to fight Vincent Luque?
Yeah, no, that's what I was getting at too. I was gonna say, are they gonna allow that?
I don't know, because if Conor comes back, it almost has to be a super fight. But for his career, it almost has to be a no doubter.
That's the thing, and I think at this point, Conor has to say, "Look, Dana, I've made how much money for the UFC?
Exactly.
Give a man a break.
Maybe give him dude, the Diaz fight is the fight. I'm sorry.
Conor and
Nate Diaz, the trilogy. Nate Diaz has been asking to fight for months. I don't know.
Aren't they going to be on the same card coming up soon, Nick and Nate? Because they both want to. Oh wait, no. It's not going to happen, but they should do it.
They should do it. They don't have.
They both want to fight.
Right. I think I don't know how many fights left, or even if Nate has a contract or what's going on with that. But or I'm sorry, if Nick has a contract, Nate is on the last fight of his contract. He has one fight left with the UFC. And I don't know, if there's any unfinished business, if there's any fight that someone wants to see, it's Conor Nate, because like, I don't know, there's so much history. It's the trilogy. They're 1-1. Give it to him, man. I don't know. That would be awesome. And they both want to fight. I don't see how that couldn't be it. I get it. There's other options, but I don't see how that couldn't be it.
I see Conor winning that fight too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Oh yeah, that would be like the closest thing to like a. It's not a no doubter because it's Nate Diaz, but like
No, yeah, you can't. If Diaz is in the last name, there is no doubter.
But
They
it
were
gives him a
slapping
good
motherfuckers.
shot because he's not fighting some young bull that's gonna go out.
And
there
the odds that like Conor
know.
can just land 3, 4, 5 heavy strikes to the face, and then all that scar tissue opens up, and they're like, gotta stop the fight.
Well,
and he's
Dude,
leaking.
that's such a good point. Like,
Because
that happened
Conor
with
can do that,
Masvidal.
too.
Yeah, that happened in the BMF fight. That's why they stopped it. That's why. Oh my God, yeah, that's a great point.
I think Conor's very capable of landing 3 to 5 jabs, hard hits, and
Just cut 'em
busting
up a
them
little
up.
bit.
Yeah, bust
Cut 'em
them
up
up,
a little bit.
get the W, talk
Yep.
your shit, take a bigger fight.
And then right, he can go on and fight.
Michael Chandler. After
See,
that last call out,
I know. That's the fight. Like,
he deserves the money too.
oh,
You know
I would
what, guys,
love
actually?
to see Michael Chandler get that fight.
We got to stop this before. We'll continue
Yeah.
this later with the UFC. We'll probably do like a general UFC talk later, post it.
Yeah.
Along with the predictions, and I'll try to at
Right.
the end recap
Let's
the
do-
Memorial Tournament. But we got to stop because
We got to stop because we're just doing the next episode before the
Yep.
first episode ends. So,
But that's
all right.
good.
Really appreciate it. It is a good thing. Thanks for being here. If you're still
Thanks for
here,
tuning in.
really appreciate it. We're gonna be pumping out a lot of shit the next few days. So
Yeah, I would think too that like just summer wise, you're going to be getting a lot of content. Obviously, like we said, there's
gonna
going
be
to be a
sweet.
lot of content. Hopefully, a golf or some kind of golf content made today.
Yep.
And then tomorrow, I don't know if we'll probably be doing more of an editing, maybe record another
I was gonna
podcast. I'd
say-
love to bang 3 out this weekend
yes,
and just space out the uploads because we
100%.
can get one in later if we golf.
I was
and
gonna
just
say,
golf
I-
first,
I
and then
feel
come
like-
back and talk about golf at the end and be like, yeah, we golfed and this is how it went.
Yeah, 100%.
Either
And
way.
I feel like at the very least Sunday, we'll probably post this episode Sunday.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because
All
We'll
right.
do that.
Well, we
All right,
got to
we gotta
get on
wrap
the
it up. We
car,
just keep
buy a
fucking talking.
cigar,
Yeah.
and bring something to share this time because last time we just smoked that kid's cigar. So,
all right, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you again. Have a good one, and peace to for you.